I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not a Mayweather hater. I just put this title up just so people could hear me out on my opinion about this subject. And to be honest, I know why people hate him. Because before I started really being a fan of boxing, I was a casual fan. Everybody goes through this phase. If you're non-black, well, for most of the part, I mean, not everybody who's black likes Mayweather. Let's not put them in a box here and and make label them all as Mayweather fans because a good amount of black people don't like Mayweather either. But when I started watching boxing, I used to criticize Mayweather a lot. I used to think he was, a coward. I used to think all this stuff until I started boxing. That's when I really started to appreciate his skills. When you actually step in the ring and become a boxer, or you're a fan of the true boxing sport, that's when you really try to appreciate, or that's when you appreciate his skills and realize what he does isn't easy. The things he does are really out of this world. The reflexes, the ability to adapt and win a fight, overcoming adversity and still winning the fight. Like when he beat Mosley, I was like, damn. At first, like before being a boxer, before being, you know, practicing boxing, I was like, damn, man. I was kind of hyped that he was about to get knocked out. The first time I saw the fight, I think I was like around, I don't know, but I was young. I was like 13 and 14, something like that. And I saw the fight, and, it was at my parents' house. Everybody, of course, since I'm Mexican, everybody hated Mayweather. Everybody was hype that Mayweather was about to get knocked out. Everybody got hyped. And looking at my dad, they all don't like Mayweather. Of course, because they're not really boxing fans. A lot of Mexicans don't like him just out of the simple fact that he's beat all of their Mexican, heroes like Marquez. Like he beat Canelo, he beat Oscar de la Hoya, he beat Victor Ortiz. They don't like him because that's what Mayweather does. He gets good Mexican fighters, A-level fight Mexicans. He fights him on Mexican holidays and he beats them. That's the reason why he got a lot of Mexican haters, that still tune in to see him lose. And a lot of Manny Pacquiao fans, of course, they're still bitter about the fact that Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao clearly. I mean, they try to see slow motion, like, if you look at it from this angle, all that is crap, man. All that is crap. Mayweather's the best, and until you actually know the sport, until you actually are familiar with what it takes to be in the ring and what it takes to do what he does, then you'll know that he's the real deal, and we're witnessing greatness right here. I mean, like, you got to realize a lot of people didn't like Ali too. They didn't like him, and Ali did something that Mayweather didn't do. He took more risk. He let people's hate dictate his career. He was like, oh, he wanted to prove the people wrong. By standing there and taking punishment. And I'm happy Mayweather's not doing that because I don't want to see him end up like Muhammad Ali. I mean, at the end of the day, who really cared about Muhammad Ali when he got sick? Not a lot of people really lost sleep over that. The only people that were affected was his family. And Mayweather's doing a smart thing by not putting himself in that situation where, at the end of the day, all his haters and all his fans that he was trying to prove wrong aren't going to be there for him in the tough times. They just want to see him lose. And you got to step in his shoes, man. He really changed the game. He changed the game. So a lot of fighters, they're now able to demand more money. They know their worth, and they know they shouldn't be in there to just take punches. He really showed the young fighters how to appreciate defense, and that's good for boxing. So fighters don't end up punch drunk or don't end up on the streets bums. So fighters end up living and taking advantage of their sacrifices they made in the ring, because boxing is not easy. Look at my situation, for example. I've only had 2 amateur fights. I've been boxing for 6 years. I've always had struggles with my weight. Making weight, staying disciplined is not easy, man. It's really a tough sport. Getting hit isn't fun, but people do it because they have passion towards it. And all these people talking shit about Mayweather really have no say because most of them never even laced up a pair of gloves, to say the least. So you guys got to give Mayweather a break, man. He's truly the best of our generation. And I hope people give him his props sooner or later. It's gonna happen, man. You can't knock him. You can't.